Not bad. How about yourself?
I've been doing good. Man, it's been forever since we last talked.
True.
Man, yeah, so what you been up to nowadays, Rooster? How you been?
Not much. Not much. Just working on my game
Okay,
and work.
okay. So, otherwise you been doing well?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. My,
What
man,
about you?
so I've been doing, I would think fairly good. Been working on a few different things. Had a little bit of some bumps in the road, but otherwise, I think I've been doing well.
Makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. So I guess let me ask you this, Rooster. Are you working right now, or are you not working?
Not working.
Not working. Okay. So you stopped working at Walmart, or are you still
Oh, I
working there?
thought you meant today.
Well, I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
not working today, but I am working at Walmart still.
okay. So you're still working at Walmart. Remind me again. What position are you working as? Or are you kind of like a team member?
Store standards.
Store standards. Okay, and that basically means, if I understand correctly, you kind of maintain the store to keep it up to a standard that they need for business.
Pretty much.
Okay, I know how that's like. I kind of see that in my mind as sort of like a team member, which means like a general position where you do every little bit of everything. So, how you like it
Mhm.
there so far?
Not bad.
Okay, that's good. How's the rest of your family been doing?
Not bad.
Okay. Do you work at Walmart full time or part time?
Full time with part time hours.
Oh, but do you get the full time benefits?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Are you so other than working on it's Gummy Jump 2 now, right?
Yes.
Are you doing any are you still working besides working on that game, are you working on any other projects?
Not really.
Okay. How
Why do you
is
ask?
what do I ask? I'm just curious if
Yeah.
maybe you were maybe diversifying your portfolio or doing any new plans for the future.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, that's good. All right. So I'm glad to hear that everything's going well. So how about Gummy Jump 2? Man, so is it still in development or
Yeah, it should be released by the end of December.
oh, so before the New Year's?
Yes.
Okay, I'm excited to hear that. I've been having a lot of people asking me how that game has been going, and they've been wondering what has been new lately with Rooster and Gummy Jump. But
Oh, like who?
well, a big list of people. I've had Chop has asked me a few times what's going on with Rooster. Have you heard from Rooster? And I, basically told him no, I haven't. I had some people from my Discord group. I think Cyan started work on his own game now. I've seen he's uploaded some videos on his channel. I don't know if you're familiar with Cyan YT or Blue Square.
I think so.
He's working on like a Mugen game. He made his own Mugen characters. I don't know if you are familiar with Mugen, the fighting game or computer fighting game.
Never heard of it, no.
Uh, Mugen basically it's a two-dimensional fighting game, kind of like similar to games like the old Mortal Kombat games, Street Fighter,
Okay.
Tekken. Um, some games kind of like that. Basically, player versus player, and you use a bunch of combos to do special moves to defeat the other player. Um, some of it's kind of like
Hmm.
a tournament style where you have a roster of characters and you try to defeat the whole rosters to be like number one in the game, essentially.
Cool.
Well, that's good. Um, how big do you think? Gummy Jump's going to be?
Probably not big at all.
Well, let me ask you this: Are you planning on having kind of a similar deal with like with Gummy Jump, where you have a bunch of YouTubers or streamers cover the game?
Yes, I actually have a bunch of people who have said they'll stream the game once it releases and make a video on it or stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. I've been actually interested in covering the game too.
Cool.
Yeah, but I've been trying to figure out, how would be best to get into that coverage. I don't know if it'd be best to start off with maybe the original Gummy Jump and then maybe once Gummy Jump 2 comes out to cover that, possibly, to kind of show maybe the differences or a comparison of how much the game has developed.
True.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's good.
whatever you decide, that would be cool.
Well, I'm thinking, let me ask you this. What do you think about me covering maybe Gummy Jump 1, the original Gummy Jump?
I wouldn't mind that.
Okay. Yeah, because we've been covering some new games, mainly on Roblox. We're kind of in the process of looking into maybe going back to Minecraft, but we're
Okay.
trying to figure out who would be playing Minecraft and whether or not it would make sense for it to be something that we cover. Um,
Hmm.
so we're considering that. There's a few other games that are coming out or in development that may be coming out soon as well. Like I don't know if you remember, we used to cover Subnautica. They're making a sequel to Subnautica. I know they have. I think this will be the third Subnautica game that they're coming out or in development of.
Well,
So,
that's cool.
yeah, so that's definitely on the list. And we've covered some games like there's some games that remember from YouTube. Uh, I think we covered some Roblox games that got over 500 views. Um,
Hmm.
there's a couple newer ones that we've been trying out that have been getting over 100 views at least. Like there's an obby game that has 200 views. Um, there's a few interesting games that we've been trying to cover that haven't been getting as much viewership as we thought. But we figured that if we go out and try some of these new games, like for example, there's a game that's it's kind of geared more towards girls, but it's getting close to 600 views.
Cool.
Some There's a shooting game that's based off of the Warhammer series. I don't know if you know that series. Warhammer 40K. That's getting over
Yeah, I
200
remember that.
views. Yeah, so
Cool.
we're covering a few things. But yeah, I just wanted to check in to see what you've been up to lately. Are you planning on doing any further studies? Maybe going back to school or to college?
Heck no.
No. Yeah, because I know
No.
it's been a while. I know Dragon is looking at something with I think train conducting.
Yep.
Um, so I'm curious how that's going to go for him. I've been pretty much myself thinking about staying out of school for now. If I go back to school, it may be possibly either something in medical or maybe something related to my business degree, um, or maybe translation or translating slash interpreting.
Hmm.
But I haven't
Cool.
found out what direction I want to go into yet because you don't want to go for something and then later down the line you realize it's not for you. It doesn't fit with what you
Yep.
want. So of course I'm kind of hesitant on that. But from a business sense, I'm still working on eBay. eBay, I'd had a good month. I think 1 or 2 months ago, I had a very excellent month. We beat our sales record. Right now, business has slowed down a little bit, but we think it's going to pick up probably towards the end of the year, maybe beginning of the new year. Because at least here, we have
Hmm.
holiday season, and then once the new year comes around, we start having what they call tax return season. So people start getting their tax returns, or they file their taxes, and then the returns come down within the next few months. And so they start having that extra income coming in, and they use that to make some purchases. And then I
Hmm.
finally got my first paycheck from YouTube um, earlier. It wasn't much. I want to say
Cool.
it was maybe like like around their threshold. I mean, I would say maybe like 100 or something, but um, we're certainly looking into that because right now what we're trying to figure out is what our monthly average is, and kind of based that, kind of the similar business that I do on eBay, where we figure out what our monthly average is, and then we try to kind of slowly grow or raise that number over time.
Hmm.
And I'm optimistic in this. It looks like we were doing something like, and it's hard to say because I know in September we were kind of demonetized for a few weeks, and then YouTube took out like September's revenue, and then they gave us back revenue again in um, back in like towards the end of September, and October was pretty much good to go. So we were looking at something like $2, $3 a month, and then it went up to 9, and now we're looking at something closer to around $10 to $15 a month, which is still, really low, but it's something. It's still, whenever the paychecks come around, it's enough to at least cover gas, once in a while.
Yeah.
Um, so that's good. So, how's the weather where you are right now in Canada? I know it's probably pretty cold, I would imagine.
Yeah. Quite a bit of snow now, and it's -14 at the moment, which isn't bad.
Oh wow, minus 14. Yeah, that's not that terrible. Because right here it's actually was we had some cold days before, like it got down to in Celsius. It got down to I think around 0. But
Hmm.
today, let's see, in Fahrenheit it was about 65. I don't know what that would be in Celsius. 65 to Celsius is about 18 degrees plus 18. So it did get warm.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have some pretty crazy weather fluctuations around. But um, yeah, so looks like winter is coming,
Yeah.
certainly. Um, so yeah, also I guess to also ask, so your family's doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Are your parents still working?
Uh, my mom is. My dad's on stress leave.
Okay. Is she still doing the book writing? Like writing Treasure Kingdom?
Kind of.
Okay. How many books has
Yeah.
she
At the
made so
moment,
far? Do you know? Because I
2. She's working on a third one, but it's not part of the Treasure Kingdom series yet.
okay. Have
Maybe
somebody's
not
calling me
yet,
right.
but she's working on a book talking about her experiences and that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So her experiences with, as in writing the book, being an author, or
No, her life story. Writing hers and my dad's life story.
oh, like autobiographies.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I've been telling people to look into reading the book, and like she has the book online, like an ebook, right? Because somebody told me that
Yes.
they started reading the book recently, and they were wondering about
Cool.
the few. Like I told them that there were multiple books, and they were trying to figure out how many books, and I figured it's best to ask you. Um, but yeah, if people want to take a look into Treasure Kingdom, where would you recommend for them to go? Would it be best to look up the book on Amazon, or maybe I don't know if your mom has a website.
Either Amazon or my mom's own website. I don't quite remember what it's called, but I can easily check it up
Yeah, let me
or
know what
look
it
it
is.
up.
I think it's or what's your mom's name for people who want to look up the books, maybe online.
Lori Gurnett.
Lori Gurnett. Okay, so it's Treasure Kingdom. So certainly I'll look into it myself too, just to see. Because I think I read maybe I'm trying to think if I read how much I read because it's been a while. Um, but I'm glad that she's still working on a book. Um, otherwise, your sister's been doing well too, I imagine.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Have you thought about doing any Like job hunting or job searching for maybe future jobs?
Not really.
Okay. Somebody keeps calling me. Chop and Alex keep calling me nonstop. I've told them 3 times that I'm talking to you right now. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm glad. So what would you say the biggest differences for the new upcoming Gummy Jump 2 would be from the original Gummy Jump? Because I've noticed the
Way
graphics.
better. Yeah, way better graphics. It'll be easier, but more things to look out for.
Okay.
There'll be boss fight, about 5 phases.
I'm glad to hear that because
Um,
everybody's been asking when the boss fights are going to be coming. And I was like,
yeah,
I know there's going to be at least one. So, are you planning on
yeah, it'll be
making
about 5 phases.
5 phases? Okay, so are there going to be multiple bosses, or is it just like one boss with multiple phases?
Mm,
Or is it hard to say?
kind of both.
Kind of both. Okay, that's interesting. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Are you because when you say it's going to be easier in what way? Like the game mechanics, like the controls, or is it more
like it won't be as long as the first game, and it will be less difficult. Like
okay?
the difficulty will be lower.
Okay, would it be something like gradual or kind of like another gummy jump where you could go up in difficulty depending on what mode you select?
No, it'll just have one game mode and about seven different about 7 different levels, not including the boss fight, from what I remember. Although it could be 8.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's seven. Seven's a lot because if you think about it, it's kind of like in other games when they have worlds, like your player goes into different worlds. It's I guess in that sense pretty similar. Um, are there going to be like different maps for players to play on, or is it kind of more based on one map but different areas of a map? Or how do you think that's going to be? Or is it hard to say so far?
What was that? Sorry, I was not really paying attention. I
Well,
was
my question
typing in
was,
someone else's stream.
so my question was, Rooster, is do you think that for Gummy Jump 2, do you suspect that the setting or the place it's going to be, is it going to be like different worlds that people go to or different maps? Or is it kind of like one general area and people go to different parts of it, like a map, or different sections of a world?
Different sections of the same map in different levels.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Are there
Yeah.
going to be different power ups or maybe like items or utilities or abilities that people can get? Or is it kind of more you stay with the same thing and you kind of, it's more like you practice like a certain skill or
You
navigation?
you stay with the same thing until about level 5-ish. Then you'll gain one extra ability as well.
Okay. That's pretty exciting. I'm curious what that would be. So I have a few people who are asking me about questions. They're asking about. Oh, first thing they wanted to ask about is price points. Because I know people were asking, are you having a certain price point in mind for the game?
It'll be about $5 Canadian
Okay, 5 Canadian.
slash
All right.
American.
All right. Cool. Are you
Yeah.
planning on doing any kind of bundles later on where people can buy like one and two at the same time? Or is that kind of a little bit later down the road?
I don't think I'll be doing that, no.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Are you I'm trying to think. Are you considering doing something where players can play on multiple like different systems, like they can play because I don't know how exactly Steam works in their system if you can play like on a computer and then on a console or something like maybe somebody's on a PC and then a mobile user could use the game for accessibility.
Uh, I tried to get it get a console version working, but it was too complicated.
Ah, okay. I know there is
Yeah.
complications because you may need like to get like a joystick or something. I've heard of people in game development that they've told me about their experience where they find that they have to like get special hardware connected to their computer when they're doing the programming. Um, like I had a guy back, kind of like similar to when what I mentioned with Cyan or Blue Square with Mugen. Um, this former game maker that I know, he had to buy special like joysticks that are compatible for that you could plug into a computer, and then he had to go into like a program and set something like this command goes to joystick input one, this command goes to input two, three, and so on. And he found that it was a long process, but what he ended up doing was he was able to get a group of friends to test it. Um, but he did mention that it did take a significantly longer time than what he expected because of having to do this extra work of programming each input command. Um, so yeah, I do know that it certainly would be tough for console. Um, I know Dan. I don't know if you remember Dan from Vietnam. He's working on looking into doing something in a similar area like that as well. When I spoke to him a while back. Um,
Cool.
yeah. Uh, we'll see what. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How has your Discord server been doing?
Not bad. Quite dead at the moment, but that's usual.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been posting occasionally on my Discord server, but I haven't had a huge community interaction. I do get some occasionally, but it's been slow as well. Um, are you considering, is the server still open for people to join, or is it kind of you have to look at is it by invitation or by request?
It is open for everyone. Yes.
Okay, okay. I was wondering if it's possible for me to be able to join back in.
Because of the controversy, I don't think you will be able to because it'll cause people to get angry and it
Okay, no
wouldn't be the
worries. And just
best.
out of curiosity, controversy is referring to what exactly? The YouTube issues?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries, no worries. All right. So maybe it's something later. But yeah, are you going to go back into doing like gaming videos for YouTube? Because I know you're still doing. What I mean by gaming is a lot of people have been asking me if you plan on going making a return back to Roblox or maybe going to play Minecraft.
Maybe not Roblox, but I did recently post a tabletop sim video
Okay,
to
that's
YouTube.
cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. I haven't seen a lot of the recent videos on your channel, but yeah, tabletop. I do
Hmm.
like tabletop. There's a few games I've been trying to kind of get into, or remember, I think it's called Jackbox games when we were remember people could play
I
through
remember
YouTube.
Jackbox.
Yeah, are you
Yep.
considering maybe getting back into that?
Probably not, mainly because of all the trolling that happened during it,
Trolling.
where
Remind me what kind of trolling was going on. Oh,
people
inappropriate
putting
actions. Okay.
inappropriate images and inappropriate texts and all that stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Okay. Because I was thinking about maybe trying to get back into doing some collab work as well. Because kind of like back when we were doing the variety stuff, I would think that would be cool to get back into doing something like that again.
Hmm.
But of course, that would be a lot of. We would have to make some, I guess, some brainstorming ideas, and it'd be a process, of course.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. I'm glad to hear that you've been busy and that that your game's coming along. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of catch up and see what you've been up to lately, see if there's been anything new. All right, cool, cool. Did you have any questions or anything you wanted to ask me right quick?
Not really.
All right. Okay, no
Gotta
worries.
go very soon though because my parents are apparently picking me up for Christmas wrapping and stuff.
Oh, I know that sounds fun. But all right, Rooster,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm just glad to check up on you. Otherwise, man, I hope
Yep.
you're good, man, and stay safe. Take care. Have fun.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
All right, appreciate it. Take care. Bye now. All right, guys, what do y'all think about this interview? If you like it, make sure you do subscribe, hit the bell icon, and comment down below if you want us to maybe interview anybody else or maybe have any game recommendations. And we'll see you all on the next video here.